March 31st is Transgender Day of Visibility, so make sure all your trans friends are highly visible, bright and colorful. That's how people know we're poisonous. But if you were to ask God herself, today is the 2000th-ish anniversary of the day his son moved back home after dropping out from his studies abroad. For some reason, these two things happening on the same day has made some of the world's biggest losers lose their goram and their is lost, like those rats in Homeward Bound, or the brave little Teesler kind of lost. And they especially didn't like it when the Democrats rolled out the husk of Jolene Biden to declare that Trans Day of Visibility now had the presidential stamp of approval. That's right, you little slurs. We made it onto the calendar. Can't wait to see people buying and then burning their 2025 Trump calendars out of protest and impotent rage. And rage is the right word, which is weird because Jesus was like super chill and was often depicted in ways that also promote trans visibility. From getting mock top surgery scars to support his trans friends, like when people shave their heads in solidarity with someone getting chemo, to Jesus literally transitioning from dead to alive, Jesus has always been an ally. But his so-called followers, not so much. They said for Lent this year, I'm giving up my empathy and my mind. Even JKKK Rowling took the day off from being transphobic to announce her ugly, nasty little dog was non-binary. So if she can take the day off from denying crimes and saying lesbian partners aren't mothers, why can't the Christians? Like many influencers, Jesus asked his subscribers not to harass people in his name. But if there's one thing a stan is going to do, it's be unhinged on Twitter anyway. Let's look at what some of his followers had to say.
Joe Biden has declared Easter Sunday to be Transgender Day of Visibility. He's mocking Christians. He's mocking our holiest day. He's decided to turn the day Christ conquered sin into a day to celebrate sin. Biden isn't Catholic. He isn't serving God. He's serving evil.
Abby, sweetie, nasty. If he conquered sin, what's there left to celebrate? By the way, that's the same Abby Johnson who wrote a book saying that she saw a fetus trying to escape an abortion like Mufasa trying not to fall off that cliff. I have a video reaction to the movie based on her shitty book here. Let's just say Abby loves attention and lies, which same. Okay, two truths and a lie. I once had sex in a dumpster. I'm 30 this year, and high school was the best 7 years of my life. Guesses go in the comments after you like, comment, subscribe, join my Patreon, and dedicate your life to the Dark Lord.
Happy Easter Resurrection Day. Don't let Sodom and Gomorrah politicians upset you with their celebration of Trans Day of Visibility. Today is Jesus Day.
Oh, is it? Is it Jesus Day? If you think Joanne Biden is giving Sodom or Gomorrah, you need to bring your Kinsey scale in to get recalibrated because that shit is not reading the room. Even the pick-me's are having a little pissy fit about it.
I'm absolutely disgusted that Joe Biden has declared the most holy of holy days, a self-proclaimed devout Catholic, as Transgender Day of Visibility. The only thing you should be declaring on this day is, He is risen.
Caelan, mama. Instead of worrying about when some bastard demigod is rising from the dead, you should be worrying about who isn't rising from the dead because you killed her with your car. You're not going to heaven anyway, Caelan, so why does it matter when Jesus got there? I will agree with Caelan on one thing. I wish she was less visible. It's really hard to argue with people who are so wrong and also so stupid.
When the new religion flag was on the day of the resurrection ritual, what do you think we will go quietly?
So true, Ben. So true. Okay, so two things. One, Jesus didn't rise from the dead. I'm sure he was a real boy, but he was not, in fact, magic. And two, Easter isn't an anniversary. It doesn't fall on the day that this event happened, nor does it fall on the same day every year. This is how Catholic.com explains it.
Theoretically, the date should be the 14th of the Jewish month of Nisan, and it should correspond to a full moon, the Jewish calendar being partly lunar. In practice, it didn't always work.
Oh my God, shut up. This is worse than math. TLDR, the date of Easter is the Sunday after the full moon that follows the spring equinox. This year, that's March 31st. which means that the next time that Easter Sunday and Trans Day of Visibility occupy the same day will be in 2086, and 90% of the people complaining about this will already be burning in the fiery fires of hell. There's no need to be mad at Jonah Biden for this when Easter is constantly shifting and moving around like the man that's in my walls when I'm trying to sleep. To quote Gemma Clark, Trans Day of Visibility is fixed. It's Easter that changes. Don't like that? Take it up with the moon! Also, Easter in most people's minds already shares a day with another holiday. Easter! The one with the adult human rabbits who lay eggs. But Christians are going to be mad that trans people exist instead of the fact that Jesus is being outshone by a bunch of rent-a-furries handing out oily chocolate-like products to children who couldn't care less about Jesus getting ganked. And I mean, Easter has been about eggs for decades. Why not keep the tradition? Unlike Easter, which does fuck all to boost Jesus in the algorithm, Trans Day of Visibility is needed. It exists in contrast to Trans Day of Remembrance, which is intended to honor the trans people lost, usually to violence. Trans Day of Visibility is incredibly necessary to show trans people living, happy, successful, thriving. I have a video on the importance of this called Trans and Queer Joy, which you can watch on my channel. It's a heavy one, but it explains this all well. And we know why they're mad that trans people are visible. And it's because they wish we weren't. And they wish a lot worse than that on us. But we are here. We are real, and we're not going anywhere. To quote Saint Trixie Mattel, when asked, what about people who just think it is plain wrong that God made men men and women women and there shouldn't be any gender fluidity? She said,
well, God's not real, and I am.
Thanks for watching this video, and remember, it's okay to be trans as long as you're invisible and not trans or gay. Please give this video a like, comment, and share after you subscribe. I don't care if you share it to your Twitter account with one follower. YouTube sees that as a signal that the videos look super cute. Join my Patreon for these videos, ad and sponsor free, as well as extra videos, and Benny's watch parties, a special thanks in the credits, and an exclusive Patreon-only Discord where the gays and the theys talk our smacks. I also have a second channel, Respect the Dead, the channel where we don't. It's a bi-weekly video podcast where we pick a person from history and talk shit about them in a way that will make you realize bullying is totally fine if you're bullying bones. If you subscribe now, you won't miss when we eventually do an episode on Jesus.